Welcome to the South Island of New Zealand, a land of towering mountains, deep blue lakes, ancient forests, and fjords carved by glaciers over millions of years. In this 7-minute journey, we'll explore the most scenic locations on one of the world's greatest road trips. From Queenstown to Wanaka, from Mount Cook to the wild west coast, all the way to the magical Milford Sound, this is the South Island at its most breathtaking. Our adventure begins in Queenstown, the adventure capital of New Zealand. Nestled beside Lake Wakatipu and surrounded by the remarkable mountain range, Queenstown is the perfect base for any South Island journey. Morning light reflects softly off the lake, the mountains glow gold, and the town slowly comes alive. Queenstown is thrilling, energetic, and full of life. Yet it also offers quiet, peaceful moments where the landscape feels almost unreal. Leaving Queenstown, we travel over one of the most scenic roads in the country, the Crown Range. Winding turns lead us through golden hills, rocky slopes, and elevated viewpoints that stretch far into the distance. This is the highest main road in New Zealand, and every bend reveals a new postcard-worthy scene. It's a true South Island classic. Descending from the Crown Range, we arrive in the peaceful lakeside town of Wanaka. Wanaka has a charm that feels timeless. Its calm waters, surrounding mountains, and easygoing atmosphere make it one of the most loved destinations in the country. Here, the famous Wanaka tree stands alone in the lake, a simple yet iconic symbol of tranquility. At sunrise, soft pink light reflects across the water, creating a scene that feels almost dreamlike. Beyond the town, the peak of Roy's Peak rises sharply into the sky. For those who make the climb, the reward is one of the most famous views in New Zealand, a sweeping panoramic scene of Lake Wanaka, rolling ridges, and distant mountain ranges. From ground level to high above the lake, Wanaka offers scenery that stays with you forever. We continue north toward one of the most beautiful drives in the country, the road along Lake Hawea and Lake Wanaka. The water glows a rich blue, surrounded by steep mountains that seem to rise straight from the shoreline. This stretch feels untouched, wild, and completely immersive. Next, we approach Haast Pass, a gateway into lush rainforest, crystal rivers, and cascading waterfalls. As we drive deeper, the landscape dramatically transforms. Thick green forest replaces the dry mountain slopes, and the sound of flowing water fills the air. This region receives a huge amount of rainfall each year, creating an environment full of vitality and natural energy. Haast Pass is dotted with scenic stops, blue pools of glacier water, tall waterfalls descending from cliffs, and deep valleys carved by ancient forces. It is a transition between two worlds, the alpine mountains behind us, and the rugged west coast ahead. On the other side of the pass, we arrive at New Zealand's untamed west coast. Here, nature rules completely. The coastline stretches endlessly, shaped by wind, weather, and time. Powerful waves crash against black sand beaches, creating a dramatic contrast with the grey sky and jagged rock formations. This coast feels wild, remote, and deeply alive. Continuing north, we reach the glacier towns of Franz, Josef, and Fox Glacier. Very few places on Earth allow you to walk from lush rainforest to a glacier in under an hour, but here, it's possible. The glaciers descend from the Southern Alps, slowly carving their way down through deep valleys. From the viewing areas, you can see the fractured ice, the sweeping curves of the glacier, and the incredible meeting of ice and forest. Helicopter flights reveal an even more extraordinary world, crevasses, ice caves, and snowy peaks stretching endlessly across the horizon. From the glaciers, we turn inland and head toward one of the most iconic landscapes in New Zealand, Aoraki, Mount Cook National Park. The road to Mount Cook is often called the most beautiful drive in the country, and it's easy to see why. Lake Pukaki appears suddenly, glowing an unbelievable shade of blue. This color comes from fine glacier rock dust that stays suspended in the water, reflecting sunlight in a unique way. The road follows the edge of the lake, perfectly aligned with the towering peak of Mount Cook in the distance. Aoraki means cloud piercer, and is the tallest mountain in New Zealand. It lives up to its name. Sharp ridges, hanging glaciers, and dramatic valleys create a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. In the national park, the Hooker Valley Track offers one of the most accessible and rewarding walks in the country. Swing bridges cross over glacier-fed rivers, boardwalks follow winding paths, and the valley opens into a breathtaking view of Hooker Lake with Mount Cook rising behind it. On calm days, floating icebergs drift across the lake's surface, adding to the surreal beauty. From Mount Cook, our journey continues back toward the central Otago region and onto the scenic route into Fiordland. Rolling hills gradually transform into steep, forested mountains. We enter Fiordland National Park, one of the largest and most dramatic protected areas in the world. The road into Milford Sound is itself a highlight. Mirror lakes reflect the peaks of the Earl Mountains with perfect clarity. Thick moss covers tree trunks, and the forest feels ancient, dense, and full of mystery. As we approach the famous Homer Tunnel, the mountains rise sharply around us, with waterfalls spilling down from cliffs on all sides. Upon exiting the tunnel, the landscape opens into a grand valley carved by glaciers. It is rugged, powerful, and stunning in every direction. Finally, we arrive in Milford Sound, the crown jewel of the South Island. Mitre Peak rises sharply out of the water, standing more than a kilometre above the fjord. Permanent waterfalls plunge down the cliffs, while temporary waterfalls appear during rain, sometimes hundreds at once. This place feels alive, constantly changing with the weather and light. A boat cruise reveals the full majesty of the fjord. Seals rest on rocky ledges, dolphins glide through the water, and mist dances between the peaks. On some days, sunlight breaks through the clouds in golden rays, illuminating the dark water below. Milford Sound is not just a scenic destination, it is an experience of pure awe. As we conclude our journey, it becomes clear why the South Island is considered one of the most beautiful places in the world. From peaceful lakes to wild coastlines, from glacier valleys to volcanic landscapes, the diversity here is unmatched. Every road, every turn, every viewpoint tells a story of Earth's incredible natural power and beauty. Thank you for joining this 7-minute road trip across New Zealand's South Island. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more cinematic adventures from Scenic Kiwi.